Hi, I'm Jim Meigs, Editor-in-Chief of Popular Mechanics, and I want to show you our new iPad app today. So let's get it started. So off of our cover, you can call up Contents and scroll to any part of the magazine you want. We also have a preview mode that allows you to take a look at any part of the magazine. And in fact, you can resize this if you really want to get a good look at what's in the issue before you start, as well as an ability to get all the way from the front to the back of the issue in a hurry. Let's take a look at a few stories in the issue. We have the obligatory editor's letter, of course. This is our Tech Watch section. Most people are familiar with from the print magazine, short news articles. We have advertising in the app, again, very much like the print advertising, with video and other assets it can play. This is our new car section. Just because design goes from page to page doesn't really mean the design needs to end. Our designers had a lot of fun just figuring out different ways to link pages as you flow through the stories. Again, advertising, we have image galleries and a video that play in some of our ads. So in addition to getting the initial advertisement, users can sample an array of photographs as well as some video that'll play right in the app. Here's a story about a guy who jumps out of airplanes in a wingsuit. Well, now he's working on his latest project, which is to try to fly in one of these wingsuits and land without using a parachute. And here's a case where what we do on the iPad can actually surpass some of what we do in print. Here's a diagram that shows how Corliss is going to try to pull off this stunt. He's going to jump out of a helicopter over Las Vegas, and this is a 3D animation of an illustration, actually the very same illustration that we used for our print version of the story. The guy will fly down using these giant balloons to kind of gauge his positioning, and then he's going to try to basically belly flop onto this big shiny ramp that they're going to construct out in Las Vegas. Here's how we handled a sidebar for the story. Instead of sending you off into some kind of digital Siberia, we think that people want to stay in the story but look at the extra material while they're on the same page. So this format allows us to do that. Here's another example of something like that. A story where we feel we can surpass what we would normally do in print on the iPad. So here we're showing the insides of a netbook. We've created a 3D file so you can rotate it with your finger, touch on any of these buttons. It calls up that portion of the product. Here's one of the interactive features we're particularly proud of. What you're seeing here is a map of earthquake activity in the United States. This is connected to the U.S. Geological Survey database of seismic events. So even something that happened an hour ago will show up on this, as well as a historical overview of the biggest earthquakes of the past 100 years. The blue towers show you population density of the areas, and if you rotate it, you can see how deep the earthquake is in the earth. Now here's really classic Popular Mechanics, building a workbench. We've done these kinds of stories for probably more than 100 years. One of the first things we've done is we've made the 3D image something you can manipulate with your finger. You can expand it, you can turn it around, you can see it from behind. We've also created an animation that shows you the sequence with which the project gets put together. And when you're ready to head to the hardware store and buy the whole thing, we can also give you a materials list, which basically is your whole shopping list to build the project. Of course, it wouldn't be the iPad if we didn't give you all kinds of functionality over your content. So by tapping up the nav bar, we can give you a share function. You can bookmark things. We even have a news feed that will be updated daily. So that's our app. We'll be out later this year with a monthly edition of Popular Mechanics. In the meantime, let us know what you think.